Welcome, it's Jay. In this video, we're going to be talking about a day in life of a New York City correction officer. Alright, so let's jump right into this, you know what I'm saying? Every day for a correction officer is a different day. It's a different day. If you get, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes the whole week is bad. Sometimes the whole week is good. But when it's bad, it's very bad. So right now, a day in life for a correction officer in New York City, it depends. It all depends. So I'm gonna try and just explain it and give you like an average standard of it. So first, depending on what shift you're working, say you work 7 to 3 shift, you go in, you sign and you get dressed, you go to roll call, you do what you gotta do, all that good stuff. Then you go to the post. The post is the housing area that you are assigned to. Assuming you're assigned to a housing area, every correction officer does not work in a housing area. But we're talking about the housing areas right now. So you go, normally, and I said normally because it doesn't always happen this way. Normally, you take account of the inmates in that housing area before you assume the post. No. You're assuming the post, meaning you're taking it from an officer who was on the shift before you. And to do that, you got to make sure the inmate count is right. And if the inmate count is not right, you could be in trouble. Why? Because he could either be missing, potential escape, or dead, God forbid. So you got to make sure, because you got to remember, you're taking that shift, you're taking that house. That's your responsibility. So you want to make sure everything is good before you take all that responsibility on your shoulders. If it ain't good, then you're just not taking the crib. You know what I'm saying? No, right now, jail, New York City, Rikers Island is is far from perfect. It's not perfect. It's not simple. It's not simple. It's not simple at home speaking it. Like, I cannot explain this to you fully. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it's supposed to be. I'm telling you how it's supposed to be. Does it happen like that? No. But then you go in from there, you take your count, make sure everything's right. You took the post. You could talk to some of the inmates. You should be talking to some of the inmates. Ask them how they're doing. See what the vibes at. That's what you do. Let me backtrack a little bit. I forgot. You have to communicate with the officer who was on the shift before you. So you could know. Like, he could tell you if something happened or if you have to look out for something. So as a correction officer, this is all the stuff you got to do so far. You got to go check all your equipment before you assume the post. All that good stuff. All that good stuff come in with it. I don't want to go into too deep. After that, it's just being aware. Being aware of your surroundings, being aware of who is in that housing area, being aware of who gets along with who, if they don't get along, and then you just have to be aware. You have to be mindful if somebody don't like each other, or if the house don't like you. If you know off the jump that they showing you like bad vibes against yourself, you gotta be cognizant so they don't hurt you. If they're moving funny around this particular person, you gotta be cognizant. You gotta be mindful. So God forbid they try to hurt that individual, you could get that individual out of harm's way. No, that's all what you're doing throughout the day. You gotta be on your toes. You can't be sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like don't be paranoid, but don't be like slump. Or that's when shit happens. Shit happens when you just not expecting it. Trust me, bro. Shit happens when you're not expecting it. After that, the normal day, they get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They get services, mental health, recreation, gym, which is the same thing, law library, all that good stuff. And between the day, you just making sure everything went smooth. They're not trying to kill each other. They're not having sex with each other. But it's more deep than that when it comes to like jailing in Rikers Island. That's just the surface level shit. You know what I'm saying? Surface level. But that would be your day, you know. And I think I'm making it easier than it sounds. Don't get me wrong. Some days might be good. Some days might be very, very easy. But when it rains, it pours. And it's a fucking hurricane over that shit. You know, the overtime is bad right now. Overtime is bad, so you're gonna get stuck a lot. You're gonna be doing 17, 18 hours, maybe 20, depending if you get relieved or not on time, you know? Depending. But you're gonna be doing like 17, 18 hours if you get relieved on time. And then after that, you go home and come back and do the same thing. No, that's surface level. Like, there's so much things that could happen. There's so much things that could happen, you know? But the job, it could be simple and it could be hard. And it's not one way to put it. It's like an onion. There's many layers to this shit. But that's pretty much a day in life. Like surface level of a correction officer in Rikers Island. And if you guys got any questions, let me know in the comments. Holla at your boy Jay. Out.